What's up, guys? Welcome back to Breakout Trading. So today is going to be a little different than my typical trading recap. Today I am announcing the beginning of something new. We are with a new broker today, and it is TradeZero. You know, you guys are probably pretty familiar with TradeZero if you're into the trading realm. Yeah, TradeZero. It's happening. It has happened already. So we have an account here, and boom, we have a funded account ready to roll. So pretty exciting. I have $860 in it, and that doesn't actually include the first platform fee. So Zero Pro, the first one is free. I'm pretty sure it was. And yeah, so this is exciting. It's the new start. The reason I switched to TradeZero is because I want to start learning some more short trading strategies, and I know I need a broker that has an ability to locate shares to borrow for me to do that. So that's why I chose them. Another reason why I chose TradeZero is because the platform fee for DAS Trader was just too expensive for me. I live in Canada, and I was paying about $220, almost $240 a month for DAS Trader for everything it included. And this platform is only going to cost me $100 a month, and it has pretty much everything that I had with DAS. The only thing that it doesn't have is, like, right here I had a cool little window that told me the market cap, the float, the short percentage, and a bunch of other information on the stock, and I don't have that anymore. But you know, I got everything I need here. These are the other screens here. So this is my watch list screen that I'll have, and then all I have on this window is a little most active list that I will be looking at. But mostly the action is just down here. I got my one big trading chart, got my level 2 time and sales, portfolio, news, daily chart. So that's all we really need to get the job done. And yeah, so why did I switch? I switched because I feel like I wanted like a bit of a fresh start. You know, I've had the same kind of account since the first day I ever started trading. I've been tracking all those stats in TradingView. You guys can go back and watch my other video where I look at my trading stats. Since that video, I took a huge loss, the $168 loss. That did not feel good. Plus, the other day before was the $40 loss from being an idiot. And I felt like I just didn't really want to go back to DAS and keep grinding. I don't know, I felt like I needed a change of pace, something new. I definitely want to learn some short strategies. I don't want to counter trend trade. I know a lot of short traders try and, you know, they say this is like the move here. They'll buy a bit and then they'll load up average up their size into these parabolics. But I don't want to do that. I want to short something like today, for example, like AMBO or something, where, you know, it's just an all-day fader kind of thing. This isn't the greatest example, but you guys will know what I mean. Like here, OXBR. Like the backside of this move is just really nice, and I want to be able to trade these backside moves as well as the front side. You know, it opens up the entire other half of trading, and now with this, you can go right here. You can locate. So you can locate. You know, if you want to trade 100 shares, you can locate those. Post locate period. Okay, yeah. Well, it doesn't want to do right now. But you can locate shares here, and you can short sell these stocks as well as long them. So that is one of the bigger reasons I came here, and also because the platform fee is a lot cheaper. The commission structure on TradeZero is alright. It's a bit more expensive than what I was paying. Let's go platform. Go home. Let's just. Not too sure where this is pricing here. So if I have an order that's 200 shares and I make it, I add liquidity. If it's greater than 200 shares and you add liquidity, then it's free. So commission-free trading. So that means that if I'm trading like a $2 stock, now I can take 200 shares in that and add some liquidity if I keep my buy and sell orders above the spread there, above or below the bid-ask spread. But mostly I think my orders are going to stay the same size that they were, around 50 to 100 shares, and that means I'm going to be paying $1 flat fee. So that's about twice as expensive as Interactive Brokers was, where Interactive Brokers was only 40 cents. That is a downfall. It's one of the bigger ones. Also, the downfall is the platform obviously isn't as good, but technically this platform should be half as good as Dash Trader because it costs half as much. So that is something that I can work around. The platform is not the greatest in the world, but it's also not the worst. It's going to get the job done. I know Dash Trader's freaking dreamy. I agree. If I could go back to Dash Trader right now, and I would, but I also think that it's just outside of my price range to pay for fees right now. I can literally get 2 months, 2.5 months of market data with this for 1 month of Dash Trader. So that's gonna help me out a bit. Yeah, I think that I am pretty excited too to start this kind of new beginning here with this small account. It is a very small account, $860. I withdrawed everything off Interactive Brokers, and I'm just gonna keep that aside, because if you watch my videos, I never even use the full amount that I had in there or any sort of margin. I don't even know if I'll use any sort of margin here, but I do have 4 to 1. I don't know where that is, but I do have 4 to 1 right now. I guess if I can go sign in right here. Yeah, so I do have $3,400 of the buying power. I probably won't even get up past like 1,000 because I'm just not there yet, but I do have it, and I have that as long as I'm above $500. So I gave myself a decent buffer room there. $500, and then at that point you just have 1-to-1 buying power. So yeah, that's the platform, and you may ask yourself, okay, well, if you switch to this new broker and you got this new account, what's going to be different than your old account? Well, not much, but some few key things. First off, we're starting a new trader view, so I'm going to be tracking everything down to the T. We're not starting anymore with me being a brand new beginner and it's my first day in the market. That data isn't going to be in here anymore. It's going to be, okay, now I kind of have a pretty solid idea of what I'm doing. Let's see what I can do. So that's really exciting for me, is to kind of start fresh and to kind of see, okay, so these 3 months before 2021, what can I get going? And the goal here for these 3 months is to double the account. That is my goal for real. I think that it's definitely possible, but also I'm going to keep that in the back of my mind kind of thing, and also just focus on what I'm going to go over in a minute here, which is this list I made. I printed it out and I'm going to post it beside my desk, of some commandments or some unbreakable rules that I have going for myself here, that I am really going to implement in this new account. And if I don't ever break my rules once, something like what happened on Friday will never happen. It will never happen. So I'm going to be going over that in a moment. So yeah, that's pretty much Trade Zero. You guys will just, I'm going to trade tomorrow if there's a setup that presents itself and it's a situation I want to take. But for right now, maybe I'll just go over some of the action today. We saw Sun W. I didn't trade anything today, just sat back and observed. Had a nice runner up there, found some resistance here at the previous support of this day. What day was that? Last week, so that was Friday, looks like. Or was that Thursday? Okay, yeah, this was Thursday. Last week found some resistance there. Another one that had a good run today was PLL. This one had a pretty nasty fake out at one point here, but you can see that had a nice runner up in the morning, nice trade line VWAP cross. But you know what, I'm not going to go over this stuff right now. So delete these lines. What I'm going to go over is my plan for this new account. So it's really exciting. So let's bring her on up here. Where is it? Oh yeah, and I took some short trades kind of on the demo account this morning while I was waiting for that. The reason I didn't trade today is because the wire transfer was going through this morning, so it didn't actually go through until around noon. So I didn't really want to take any trades after. I just wanted to start fresh tomorrow. So these are kind of useless, just short trades. And I said this is a beautiful trade line VWAP cross here on PLL. You can see we had our initial morning high. Price fell below VWAP, and then right here you have the 9 EMA crossing VWAP on the 3-minute time frame, and that elicited a nice rally. So that is one of the setups that Mike teaches in TTG. You can see it has volume confirmation and even a pullback to test VWAP as support right there. So that was a really nice trade. Congrats to whoever got that. That's definitely one of the setups I will be looking for in this new account. Alright, so these are the rules for this new account, and you guys in these videos, whoever's watching can hold me accountable. So to date, my second ever margin account. The first one didn't blow up. I didn't lose everything. Don't worry. I only lost the 168, and then I just withdrawed everything from there. Used some of that to go into this account. The commandments. I will trade this account to the best of my ability. Zero emotions, zero hesitation. I am the Emperor Penguin, and this account is my egg in minus 50-degree Arctic storms. I will protect it at all costs and grow it over a long period of time. No rush. Sticking to a solid plan that works based on my previous account stats from TraderView. So if you remember my last video, my TraderView stats were honestly good. I had like a 68%, 65 or 60% win ratio. And the only downfall in my old TraderView account, the only downfall, let's go to it right now, why not? Is that if you look at my gross P&L, the last 90 trading days, see, look at detailed, I had a good win rate. I have a good win rate. 60%, that's awesome. You can see that I was learning, and I just had this really nice run here. Recently gave a lot of it back, which is really unfortunate. But this, I've had this TraderView and this old account. This is when I first started. These are my first couple days ever trading the stock market, was March 30th and stuff. So it's good to have a fresh start. Anyways, this is what I want my P&L to be the opposite of. You see these huge drawdown red days? Those are what killed my gains. I would, like for instance right here on the beginning of August, I had a huge red day, spent the entire month digging myself out of the hole, got out, was making progress, and then boom, we got hit again. Just a massive 2 red days in a row. And these huge drawdowns are what is the opposite of what this should look like. It should almost be inversed, where these are all the losers, very controlled, nothing goes. It's funny I didn't have a massive loser because I never let my runs. It's so much easier to let your losers run than your winners. It's crazy how that works. But you can see I never had a gain over $50 because I would always just take that. but really this should be inversed, where you never have a loser over $50 and your winners are mountains. So it should look like mountains among a valley. So this should be inverse, and that's one of the main goals for my next account, is to have this the opposite, so those big losers don't just wipe you out. So that means that capital preservation is #1 priority for this account. #1. If I don't trade all day tomorrow or all week or all month, I don't care. As long as there's no good setups, I'm not taking a trade. And I know what setups I have. They're in my head, kind of. Like, I know a good setup when I see it. You know, it's got to have volume confirmation. It's going to be one of my 5. It's going to be a TTD triangle, a trade line VWAP crossover, a bull flag, a really nice SR flip, or an ascending triangle. Those are my 5 different setups. I've said those time and time again throughout my videos. So it's going to be one of those 5, and it's going to have nice volume confirmation, good risk to reward ratio. It's going to be a stock that I can manage my risk well on properly, and I know what a good setup is, you know. Like, I have good setups. So the only problem is when I just am an idiot and trade with emotions. That's when I get wrecked. But anyways, yeah, so #1 priority. My losing days will look like valleys among mountains. Winning days, just talked about that. I will only take 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio trades on A+ setups, using the calculator on Excel and my handful of classic setups that I know very well. So those are the 5 I just went over. And this Excel spreadsheet is freaking awesome. I found it on YouTube. So sick. I'll show it to you guys in a second. And the way I will be trading is I will always have one entry. So my plan is to save money on commissions. I'm not going to tier in, but I will tier out on my winners. So it's going to be one entry. It's going to be the best possible entry I can possibly get. If I can get over 200 shares and add liquidity, I will, because then the trade's free. But that only depends if the stock is, it's probably going to have to be under $3, maybe $4, but anything above that, I'm probably not going to take that because I won't be able to manage my risk properly. So I'm going to have one entry, one stop loss, but 3 take profits. By paying $1 per ticket on trade 0, that means my losing trades will cost me $2 in fees, and my winning trades will cost me $4 in fees, plus how much the actual loss was. So if the stock meets my risk parameters, I will try to add, yeah, I said that. I'm going to try to add liquidity, obviously, if it fits my risk parameters. Each loss will be $20 including fees. That is what I am comfortable risking. That's what Mike talks about. It says find a number that you're comfortable risking per trade and stick to that number every single trade, and that number for me is $20. Including fees. So that means when I'm actually trading, I'll have to calculate 18. So I'll make my position size based off an $18 loss every single time. Doesn't matter if it's a scalp, which I'm not going to be taking many scalps because I'm only going to limit myself to around 3 trades a day. If that, I still need to make a max loss, actually. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Anyways, we'll start off with this. This is a good start. You know, we'll add to this as it goes to see how it's working. But anyways, we're taking $18 losers. Nothing over $18. So that means there's no bag holding while the thing drops all morning like I did on Friday. $18 stop loss, predetermined risk. Every single trade. I don't enter it unless I predetermine my risk. That means I would have to have 18 losing trades in a row to get my account down to 500 and lose margin ability. So that is possible, slightly unlikely, but we'll see. We'll try to avoid that. I doubt I'll have 18 losing trades in a row, and if I do, that really sucks. I will make a daily report card to track my thoughts and emotions. So I'll still do these daily recap videos, but they'll be accompanied by a report card, kind of like this, where I just type up some thoughts, and I'll be a bit more organized when I do these recaps because I'll have something to read off of. I'll use TraderView to track my stats. Yep. And my focus on this account will not be how much money I have made or lost. Rather, how well I was able to execute the plan and manage my risk and emotions. So if I can make it, you know, a while, maybe to the end of the year, and have none of those big losing days like you guys just saw in my TraderView stats, that will be a huge accomplishment. The goal is to just grow this slowly, you know, small wins add up. You can't have those huge red days because they wipe you out. They wipe out all your gains, all your work. And then at the bottom here, like I said at the start of this video, a cool accomplishment would be to double the account by the end of the year. So that is kind of like the goal, but I'm not gonna, you know, it's not gonna be December 20th and I'm gonna be YOLOing the whole account on a freaking four like $1 million low float, like 4 million share low float. No, I'm just gonna go nice and easy. For this account, capital protection will always be my #1 priority. I am gonna have this taped to the side of my desk, and I'm going to follow that every day. I'm going to read it every day, and that will be the list of commandments while I trade. There's no deviating from that plan. So now that we have kind of my baseline rules laid out for this new account, you know, I don't really think I need to change a whole lot. Like, I had pretty good stats going on like for a while there. Like, I definitely know how to pick good entries and stuff. I just need to, you know, stick to my plan more and manage my risk, because that's where it really got me. Anyways, this is the calculator. This is incredible. I found this on YouTube. Yeah, so basically what you do for this is you input your account here at the top, and the reason I input 1,000 when I only have 860 is because I have 4-to-1 buying power, so I'll just put my account as being 1,000 because I am comfortable using a bit of leverage, but not too much. Leverage scares me. It's pretty wild. I don't ever want to be using the whole 400 leverage, because, or 4-to-1 leverage, because it's just too much for me right now. Excuse me. Okay. I put the total trading fee in here as $4. So that's the biggest fee I'll pay on a winning trade. That's the entry plus 3 tier outs, and on losing trades it will only be $2 because I have the entry and the stop out. So how this works is right now there's a long strategy and a short strategy. You can type in your risk to reward, so 3.0, or you know, if you want to make it 2.5, but I'm going to leave it at 3.0 because that's what I like. So I'll use an example on this ticker right here on SunW. So let's say, so let me minimize this for a second. So let's say SunW is at this point in the day. You realize it's making a move. You know, here's the initial morning high here. It's above that. It's flipped that to support. But then you notice it has a bit of a top here. So you go, okay, well, I want to buy SunW if it comes down to these tops, and that's where I want my entry to be. So it's popped up, and then you can use this thing to calculate, okay, so if SunW comes down here, I want it's too long. Okay, there we go. I want, so obviously we didn't see this previous price action. Oh, for Pete's sake. Come on, work with me. Oh, for Pete's sake. Okay, one sec, guys. Okay, so say we didn't see this previous price action. For some reason, you literally can't click the back arrow. Here we go. We're already having issues. Trade 0, of course. Okay, so the entry price here is at 260. So what you do, oh my god, it's so annoying, is you'd put your entry price 260 and say you want your stop loss under VWAP, so let's put the stop loss 240. There we go. And we want to risk $18. Remember, that's our risk every single trade we're going to be risking. So what it does is it tells you your position size right here, which is 90 shares. That means you'll have $234 in the trade. And then it gives you for the 3-to-1 risk to reward. That means your sell price is going to be up here at 320. So let's draw in a horizontal there. Up here at 320, that's where we're going to be selling. This is our entry, and our stop loss is 240. Right there. So entry, stop loss, take profit. You can see that just on the chart. It does look like a 3-to-1 risk to reward. That means that the profit will be $54. Okay, for some reason it's telling me not enough gains to pay fees. Increase max loss. Huh, that's weird. I don't really know why that says that. It's something to do with the fees, but I'm fine taking a $4 hit on a winning trade for $54. That seems kind of weird. Anyways, okay, so yeah, we want to sell here at 320, and we'll bank 54, and then it also gives you so if you wanted to sell for a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, you could sell at 280 here. And if you wanted to sell for a 2-to-1 risk to reward, you could sell $3, but we're going for 3-to-1 trades. So we want to ride these trades more. I want my another thing is I want my I close the document. I want my time holding winners to be at least twice as long as my time holding losing trades. So I'm going to write that down. One sec. Yeah, time holding winning trades twice as long as holding losers. I want to capitalize on my winning trades. So, say you use this, you got everything mapped out. You're risking $18 if it hits 240. Comes down. Boom. That's literally it. That's it. And then you take your profit. And I would tier out. So I think I'll tier out based on these. So maybe once it gets to at least 2-to-1, I'll take a piece off here at $3. That coincides with the break through the previous high of day. That'd be a good place to take some profit. And then take the bulk off here. That's it. That would have worked perfectly in this this little situation that I just made. So yeah, that's basically the calculator. You can do the same thing for short positions, but it's an awesome thing. The guy who made this, you can just look up trading, a day trading risk reward calculator on YouTube. You'll find it, and yeah, it's epic. So I'm gonna use this, and that's gonna save me a lot of time. I can just throw in like, boom, 320 and support at 295. Boom, instantly already has my $18 in there. I'm taking 72 shares. Boom, just like that. Can probably just mark it right in when I think that my entry is the best, because it's just $1 is $1 for the entry, and then yeah, that's it, guys. So that is going to be an awesome tool to use for the future. So guys, that's pretty much it. Tomorrow I am going to be trading if there is a nice A+ setup. I'm not going to rush anything with this account. Everything is going to be super methodical and thought out. I'm not going to be doing 5 or 6 trades a day. It's going to be like 3 max, because the amount of A+ setups you'll see in a day is about 3 max. So yeah, we'll see how it goes tomorrow. We're going to be trying to stick to those rules. We are going to be sticking to those rules to a T. You guys hold me accountable on this channel. I'll do an honest recap every day, and we're going to try and grow this little account here, 860. We're going to try to double it by 2021. So that's it, guys. Adios. Thanks for watching.